Okay, this is part two of basically making a button in Photoshop. I'm using CS5 and we will be integrating this with Flash and use ActionScript to make it active. Okay, where I left off last, excuse me guys, is I told you guys I was gonna cut the video short. I want to put some text in there so I could bring that into Flash as well. So what I do is I click on my text tool, which is right here. Then I click on the button, and since this is gonna be a view preview, first and foremost my font is too big. So let's bring that down. Okay. View preview. I'll press control if I wanted to make it smaller. Preview. Press control again to make it smaller. Now, if you wanted to, I'm gonna show you something. With up here, I don't want that in black. I want it. Do I want it? Okay, I'll keep it in black. Alright, yeah. I'm just contemplating, thinking about it. So I'm gonna highlight everything. I'm gonna click on the font. I'm gonna highlight it, and I'm just gonna go through my fonts to see which one would probably be perfect for what I'm doing. I kinda like it, but you know what? My favorite one was this typewriter. Typewriter from hell. Alright. Now, next thing we're gonna do. Yeah, I like it. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna right click on the layer that I just created, which was the font I just put there. I'm gonna click on blending options. Now whatever I want, if I want to drop the shadow, it looks too dark. If I give it an inner glow, it looks too light. So I put an outer glow, inner glow, and I took out the drop shadow. Probably could put a stroke on it and you see what happens because it's all like distorted. I could put a little overlay gradient. So you guys could do whatever you want. I'm gonna put it on Satan because I think it'll be better off for me. Okay, so now we have our button, basically our basic button, and if you don't think well, not think, but you can actually just fit this image to the size and then bring it over to Flash. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm going to actually open up Flash right now. But before we do that, let's save this document because just in case anything happens, because usually Adobe products crash depending on how fast your computer is. So what I'll do is I'll just save it. What you do is press Control Shift Save. Let's call this document Untitled. Actually, just a button, right? Save in the folder you want. It's gonna ask me maximum compatibility. Alright, now we can open up Flash. So while Flash opens, there's multiple things you can do. First and foremost is you can make it as a Flash document like I'm doing right now, or you can create it as a CSS, or you can do multiple things when you're creating buttons. So to let you guys know, Flash does take a while because I got so many programs running right now that's eating up my memory. Alright, now since we're in Flash, we're going to be coding in ActionScript 3 for what I'm going to be doing anyway, you know. So here we go, it's open. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on file, and I'm gonna click import to stage, and then it takes a second because preparing to import. Okay, now so it pulled up the file. So you see it's just a button. I press open, and it's gonna ask me if I want to import all this things because it's a PSD document. And I'm going to import all these things because I want this background color. So thereafter I'll press OK. So now I got everything, right? Well, you can't see it, but I can. Now there's everything right here, and I'm just gonna bring this in the middle. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this tool to take that color because I want that color. Now I go to my timeline, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to delete this, and I'm gonna make this stage the same color as that background color. So I'm gonna click on the stage and paste it, press enter. Actually, that's not even the color. You gotta be careful with that. Well, it's not working right now because I didn't save the color as properly. Anyway, so let's say that's the color you want, I want. Actually, I'm gonna Control Z. I'm gonna select everything. When I select everything, right, I'm gonna convert that to a symbol. Let's just keep it symbol 1, registration point in the middle. Alright, I actually got it the color I wanted to. So now what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm gonna convert it to a symbol. And when I convert it to a symbol, that's the wrong thing, sorry. I convert it to a symbol, press OK, symbol 1, make it a type, which is a button. Alright, now it's a symbol. This inside text is a symbol. That right there, it's a symbol. Press Control Z. Now I'm gonna give it an instance name of my BTN, right? Then after that, I'm gonna go back to my timeline. Well, actually, let me press enter to make sure it's read as my BTN. Okay, now I'm gonna delete this layer because we don't need it. So by the way you delete the layers, little trash can, background trash can, because there's nothing in there. Gonna add another layer. Let's call it actions. Once we go on actions panel, right, and then this is where we put our code. Alright, so right here is where I popped in some code. So since I gave it an instance name of my BTN, that's going to be where the add event listener is going to be, and then button click handler, the function, which is button click handler, and then our mouse event is going to be void, and it's going to navigate to this URL, which is webmasterlessons.com. And after that, right here is you had to put this setting in to put it parent so it stays on the same page. If you do not put this in there, then what will happen is by default it'll go to a self page, which means that it'll just render out to itself. Now we're going to test this movie and see if it works. But before we test this movie, let's save the file. So you go Control Save, index to button, press save. So once you press Control Enter to test out your movie, your button's gonna work, and it's gonna take you to your page. And it took me to my web page, and that's how you create a button using ActionScript 3, Photoshop, and everything else. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and stay tuned for more tutorials. If you have any questions, just contact me by pressing mic on my website, which is webmasterlessons.com. Thank you. Bye.